Hello, welcome to Slow Flow Belly Dance. Today we're going to do a practice that focuses on shoulders. So we're going to do some shoulder mobility, and then we're also going to incorporate levels into our dance today. So we're going to start with a standing warm-up. So we're going to start with feet about hip width apart, and then step your right foot back. So you're stepping straight back into railroad tracks, so your feet are still parallel. Your back leg's going to stay straight here, and your front leg is going to be bending and unbending. So start with your hands so they're crossed in front of your chest, one hand on each shoulder. Exhale, pull in your low belly. And then when you inhale, bend your front knee, slide your chest forward and up and open your arms like a cactus. And then when you exhale, straighten your legs and close your arms again. So when you inhale, you bend your front knee, elbows move back, lift your chest. And when you exhale, pull in your belly and close your arms again. So this is helping to open up the front of the chest and move the scapula around. So inhale, open the chest. And exhale and come back to neutral. So let's do that one more time. Inhale, bend the front knee, slide the chest forward, and exhale back to neutral. And then step your feet together and relax your arms. And we'll do that on the other side. So now step your left foot straight back. Feet are still hip width apart. Squeeze your glute on your left leg to help keep that back leg straight. Cross your arms in front of you, so one hand on each shoulder. Exhale, pull in your belly. And then inhale, bend your front knee, lift your chest, open your arms. And exhale, straighten your leg and close. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the chest, open the arms. And exhale, straighten your leg and come close. So as you're doing this, keep your chin tucked a little bit so that you stay looking straight ahead rather than too far up. And exhale back. So this is focus on upper back mostly. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Let's go one more. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Good, and then step your feet together and relax your arms down. We'll do just a basic forward bend. Inhale, stretch your arms up. And exhale, pull in your belly and fold forward. Relax the back of your neck, drop your chin down. And then inhale, come halfway up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest. And exhale back down. And then inhale, lift your chest and stand all the way up. Your arms can slide up your legs and then lift your arms. And then exhale, relax your arms down. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, a little bit of the knees, fold forward, drop your chin, stretch the back of your neck. Inhale, halfway lift up, squeeze your shoulder blades. Back is long and flat. And then exhale back down. So your arms can slide either along your legs, or for a little bit more work, when you inhale, lift your chest and lift your arms at the same time as you stand up. And then exhale, relax your arms down. And then we're going to revisit that asymmetrical position one more time. So now step your right foot back and have your left hand on your left hip. Yes, that's right. Left hand on your left hip. Back leg stays straight this time. And then when you inhale, lift your right arm forward and up. And then when you exhale, pull in your belly and fold down halfway. And then when you inhale, lift your chest and stand all the way up again. So we're going to do this a couple times. Exhale, pull in your belly and fold just halfway down. And then inhale, look back up. And again, keep your chin neutral so that you're not looking up or down. Your neck is just kind of stays long. And inhale, lift your chest back up. And then next time we're going to fold all the way forward. So exhale all the way down. And then inhale, press into your feet and come all the way up. So we'll do this two more times. Exhale, pull in your low belly and fold all the way down. And then inhale, lift your chest and stand all the way up. And last one, exhale all the way down. And inhale all the way up. And then exhale and step your feet together. And you can feel that work that you just did on one side of your body. And then we'll go to the other side. So right hand to your right hip. Left foot steps back. So both legs are straight or straight-ish this time. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Back leg stays straight. Exhale, pull in your belly, fold halfway down. And then inhale, lift your chest in all the way up. And then exhale, halfway down. And inhale all the way up. So your arm is in line with your ear the whole time. And the relationship between your chin and your chest stays pretty neutral. Inhale all the way up. And then we'll go all the way down. Exhale, pull in your belly all the way down so your low back will stretch first, then your upper back, then you drop your chin. And then inhale, lead with your chest to stand all the way up. And 2 more times, exhale all the way down. And inhale all the way up. So squeeze your glutes, that will help you move up and down. Exhale all the way down. And I think this is the last one. Press into your feet. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, step your feet together. And again, you can feel that work that just happened around your glutes and your back. And then turn, well, I have to turn so you can see me. I guess you don't technically have to turn. Step your feet apart wide, so they're about shoulder width apart or maybe a little bit wider than that. We're gonna do triangle pose and then we're gonna add some arm variations to it. So start with your feet wide, then turn your feet over to the right. So your toes turn to the right. The right one is going more than the left one right now. So you're gonna bend your right knee. Exhale, pull in your belly. Inhale, lift your chest, get taller, and then open your arms. I like to have my palms forward, so there's a little external rotation in my shoulder joint here. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale and tip down. You can look up at your arm as you go down if you want, and then inhale, stand back up. So I'm just going back down as far as hand to the back of my knee, and inhale up. And we'll do that 2 more times. So focus the work in this one, feeling the side of your waist contract to pull you back up again. So we're warming up the obliques. Exhale down. And inhale up. We're going to switch sides. So feet turn to center and then over to the left. Little bend in the left knee this time. Inhale, get a little bit taller. And then when you exhale, tip down. You can look up as you go down if you want. And inhale, squeeze back up. So what's more important than tipping down a lot is feeling that work in the muscles of the sides of your waist and keeping yourself purely lateral rather than twisting your shoulder forward or back. And inhale up one last time. Exhale, tip down. And inhale back up. Good, and then you can turn your toes forward and relax your arms down. So we're gonna do that again. We're gonna stay down in that triangle pose, and then we're gonna add in a little bit of shoulder motion there. So you're gonna go back to the first side, turn your toes to the right. Again, exhale, belly in. Inhale, lift your chest, open your arms. And then when you exhale, tip down. Again, you can have hand just to the back of the knee. And then when you inhale, reach your top arm up and over. You can look at your hand as you stretch. And then when you exhale, reach your arm back and take the back of your hand behind your low back and look down. And we'll do that a few times. So inhale, arm sweeps up and over. And exhale, arm sweeps back and look down. There'll be a little stretch on your neck maybe as you look down. Inhale, reach up and over, side bend, and exhale, sweep back. One last time. So this is work for the side of the waist too, to stay in that side bend position. And we got some external rotation of the shoulder. And then next inhale, lift your chest to stand back up. And then relax your arms down, turn your toes forward. And you might be able to feel all of that work in the side of the waist. You might feel some warmth around your shoulder from that movement we just did. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So toes to the left, little bend in the left knee. Exhale, belly in. Inhale, lift your chest, open your arms. And then exhale, tip down, look up. Inhale, reach your top arm up and over. Exhale, sweep your arm back and look down, back of your hand to your low back. Inhale, reach your top arm up and over. Look at your hand if you want. Exhale, arm rotates, hand behind the low back. Belly stays pulling in and up to help keep you stable. 2 more. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, swim your arm back and look down. Last one, inhale, up and over. And exhale, back and look down. And then inhale, lift your chest, stand up. Turn your toes forward. Your choice, you can either take hands behind you and have your hands on the back of your legs, or you can interlace your fingers together behind your low back, and we'll do a forward bend. So arm position of your choice. Inhale, lift your chest, and then exhale and fold forward. So you can either have that bind behind your back and let your arms kind of fall up and overhead. You can keep your hands on your hips and hang out there, or you can take your hands down onto your legs or onto the floor somewhere. So whatever feels best on your back and shoulders. Just pick a position that works for you. Take a few nice big breaths in and out here. And then take your hands to your hips. And take your time. Inhale nice and slowly, come back up to standing. And then once you stand up, you can walk your feet back together again. Okay, so a little bit warm now. What we'll do next is we're gonna work on some arm undulations, and we're gonna work on some side bends in a dancey way. So let's first, I'll put on some music and I'll work on some shoulder rotation. So we're gonna work on some arm undulations, and let's just do one arm at a time. So I have my arm extended out to the side with a little bend in my elbow. And I'm gonna rotate my shoulder forward and lift my elbow up and then return. So we're gonna go arm up and then elbow down. Elbow up and elbow down. So I have my fingertips just a little bit lower than shoulder height and a little bit in front of my body. Elbow up and elbow down. Elbow up and elbow down. Let's go to the other side. So a little bend in the knees. Arm is a little lower than shoulder height with a little bend in the elbow. And then we're going to rotate the elbow up and down. So this is an interior or internal rotation of the shoulder that takes us from this elbow bend to elbow up. And then hand is pretty much staying still. And down. Good. Up. And down. And maybe just 2 more on this side. And down. And 1 more. And down. Good. And then we're going to alternate those. So we're going to start with both elbows bent, and hands are just slightly forward of the body. Shoulders are relaxed down, so neck is relaxed here. So we're gonna rotate the right elbow up, and then left elbow up while right elbow goes down. And then right up and left down. And left up, right down. And if it makes more sense for you to mirror what I'm doing rather than going same side, that's fine too. So we switch. Both shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed, and switch. And last one. Good, and then relax your arms, a few shoulder circles back. So when we are doing arm undulations or snake arms, that's the action of the shoulder. And then we just wave out that movement through the fingertips. So again, let's go back to one side. This is just my right shoulder here. So I'm gonna rotate my shoulder, my elbow comes up, then my wrist comes up, then shoulder down, elbow down, and wrist down. So shoulder rotates, elbow up, wrist up, and then shoulder back and down, elbow down, and wrist down. So slow and controlled, shoulder, elbow, and wrist. And then shoulder down, elbow down, and wrist down. One last time on this side. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. And then shoulder, elbow, wrist. Good, and then we'll go other side. So I'm keeping my arm, my hand, whole arm and hand, kind of in the neighborhood of low ribs to eye height. So I'm starting hand a little bit lower than my shoulder. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the side. Shoulder rotates forward, elbow lifts up, and then wrist lifts up. And then shoulder down, elbow down, and wrist down. And then shoulder, elbow, wrist, and shoulder, elbow, wrist, and shoulder, elbow, wrist, and shoulder down, elbow down, wrist down. One more time on the side. Shoulder forward, elbow up, wrist up, and then shoulder down, elbow down, wrist down. And so when we get them both going at the same time, maybe roll it back just one time, give your left arm a break. So when we're going both at the same time, they're alternating just like we did in that little elbows only drill. So again, starting hands a little bit forward and a little lower than shoulder height. We're gonna have right shoulder rotate forward, right elbow up, right wrist up. And then as your right arm comes down, your left arm rotates. And then left down and right up. And then left up and right down. Right up. And left down. And then left up and right down. And one last time, right up. And then left up. Good. So, again, you can take a little break. Let's put those aside for just a moment and see how we can incorporate a side bend into a dance practice. So when we're doing figure eights, like Maya and Taksim, up to down with the hips, those are side bends. They're tiny ones, but they're side bends because your hip and your ribs are coming closer together on one side, just like that triangle pose that we just did. So we can do the same deal standing to create a little pose. So like out here is yoga, right? But if we adjust our position and be in showgirl posture, 1 foot flat, 1 foot on the ball, then it becomes a little bit more dancer-ly. So I'm still stretching the left side of my waist here. I just have changed my foot position. So let's just start in showgirl posture. So I have my left foot flat, my right foot's on the ball, and I'm gonna take my hands together in front of my heart here. So same principles for posture, belly in and chest up. And then I'm just gonna tilt so that my rib cage moves at an angle. And then I'm gonna come back up. So I'm gonna do a little tilt and back up. And let's go 2 more times. And like you can do any position of your head for now. And then we'll do that on the other side. So 1 foot flat, 1 foot on the ball, belly in and chest up, and tilt, and back up. So if you're doing this as part of a dance, you might keep your gaze forward and your head upright, or you might look down at something and be a little bit more demure about it if you're looking down into the angle. And then we can relax that. So we're gonna put that little tilt together with an arm undulation. So we're gonna go tilt and then open your arms. And then we're gonna go right arm undulation, left arm undulation, and then return. And then we'll switch the feet. Arms in, tilt, open, left arm, right arm, return. So let's put that to some music. Let's do that first, and then we'll just do those little foot switchies to transition, and then we'll add in some other movements to make an actual combination. Another little shift to telly. And I'll face away from you. So we're gonna start in showgirl, fingers touching, and we'll go tilt and open. The left arm, or bottom arm, and top arm, and then return. And then we'll switch sides. And we'll go tilt and open. Left arm, right arm, and upright. And return. We'll go tilt, open, bottom arm, top arm, upright, and return. And we'll switch. Hold on, let me get back on the beat. We'll go tilt, 2, 3, 4, and open, 2, 3, 4, left arm, 2, 3, 4, right arm, 2, 3, 4, and upright, 2, 3, 4, and arms back in. And switch, tilt, and open, bottom, top, upright, and home and switch, tilt, open, bottom, top, upright, and home. Let's go one more time on each side. Tilt, open, bottom, top, upright, and return, and tilt, open, bottom, top, and return. Good. So, I think what I would like to do next, so I said we would experiment with levels, and we did. So we have a little lateral movement in there. And then I would like to also revisit this standing forward bend position we did, but we will also turn that into a belly dance move. So when I was yoga style, I had both legs straight with foot flat on the ground. I'm gonna keep my weight back on my back leg, and I have my front leg just pointed. So I'm gonna hinge forward, and my back knee is gonna bend a little bit, and my back stays totally neutral rather than rounding into a forward bend. So butt goes back, and then I'm gonna reach my arms forward, and then I'm gonna just do a little arm wave here. So wrist up, and switch. And then I'm gonna stand back up again, and we'll turn them face the other side. Wait, no, let's not face the other side because I got my feet confused. So we just did, right foot back, I think. Let's do left foot back, right foot forward. So same deal, bend your back leg, your butt hinges back, and a little arm wave. Right arm up, left arm up. So there's all sorts of gestures you could do here. You could, again, go from home and reach forward. You could go home and tilt like we did in the other thing that we did. And then we're gonna come back up. So that, what was our first phrase that we did? That was several shift-a-tellies. So let's make another little shorty thing. So we're gonna go hinge back. We'll go back 2, 3, 4, and reach 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then let's reach arms up and face forward, and then we'll go to the other side. When you're hinging back, it's just as if you were going to do a squat in both legs. So you've got one foot forward, but you're still just hinging at your hips. So there's not any twisting forward or back. Your hips stay level. So let's just do that hinge part with some music, and then we'll bring the tilting combo back. So a nice way to get into that, let's go in home position, and then we're gonna slide the foot forward and reach at the same time, and then back up. So we're home and showgirl, and reach, and hinge, and back up. So let's reach 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And back up. And then we'll add, let's switch sides. So other foot forward, reach. And back up. So we're gonna reach 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back up. And this is great if you're balancing something, a sword or a basket on your head. You can practice this with the book too. And back up. Okay, so we've got that little transition. Let's add in arm wave, and then we'll stand up with arms up to down rather than just out and in. So we're gonna reach 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then arm wave 2, 3, 4, and switch. And then arms up. And then back down to first, and we'll switch sides. 5, 6, 7, 8, and wave. And then up. And switch. Reach. And arm wave. And then back up. And switch. And then reach. And arm wave. And then up. Good. Awesome. Ooh, that filled that song nicely. So let's see if we can put that with our other thing. So we do have a little facing change. So when we come out of this thing, we're gonna go 5, 6, 7, 8 to go forward, and then we can do our tilty. And then we can, I think we'll be able to turn to the other side. So when you are doing these combinations, let us always have your downstage leg be forward. So when we turn to the right, wait, let me do this facing away from you so that we can be on the same side. So if you have your downstage leg, the forward one, when you're facing towards the left, it will be your right foot forward. So we'll hinge, la la la, up, turn forward, still as my right leg is up for this. So we'll stay on the right for the tilty thing, la 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 la, back up and switch, and then we'll swing that leg around to go wave facing that way. All right, so let's see if I can remember that whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna start facing towards the left. Right leg's gonna be the active one for that arm wave thing. 5, 6, 7, 8, so we'll slide. And then arm wave. And then arms up. And face forward. Then we're gonna tilt to the right. And open. Right arm. Left arm. And return. And we're gonna turn to the side. Now it'll be left leg that goes forward. And then arm wave. And then up. Face forward. And then we're gonna tilt to the left. And open. Left arm. Right arm. And back up. Wait, we were supposed to do the tilty, the leany thing. We'll start on the leany thing on the left side and try that again. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna lean. And then arm wave. And up. And face forward. And then home. Tilt. Open. And right arm. Left arm. And return. And then we're going to go to the right with our hinge. Left arm wave. Right arm wave. Back up. And then we're going to tilt, I think. Open. right arm. Up. And return. Okay. Woo! That was a little bit of a brain teaser with the side flippings there. There was a lot of side to side. So obviously you can string those two things together back to back any way you want, or you could link them together with some other simple movements like tuxing and stuff. So thanks for doing that one with me. That was fun. So let's do a little bit of stretching out. So inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, a little bend in the knees and fold forward. Drop your chin, stretch your low back. And then inhale, lift your chest, come halfway up. Back of the neck is long. And exhale, pull in your belly, come back down again. And do that halfway lift 2 more times. Inhale, pull in your low belly and keep your abs engaged as you come halfway up. And exhale back down. If you want a little bit more work for your back, you can do cactus arms when you come back up. And exhale back down. And then come on down to the ground. And we'll do a little seated twist. So some options here. You can simply cross your legs at the ankles, or you can start with your knees bent, tuck your left foot under by your right hip, and either bring your right knee, right foot in closer, or cross your right foot over your left. Either way, like whatever position you're in, keep your right hip connected with the ground. So you might need to sit up on a pillow on one side or readjust your legs so that you can feel grounded. So I'm gonna have one foot forward. Take your left hand onto your right knee. Take your right hand behind you somewhere close to your hip. Inhale, lift your chest, get taller, and then when you exhale, just nice and gentle turn to the right. And you can look over your right shoulder or your left shoulder. And just use your arms to help you stay balanced, so not too much pulling. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, twist. So you're using your breath to help you out here. And as you are staying in this twist, think about relaxing both hips down to the ground. So you might feel a little stretch somewhere around your hips, maybe around your neck or shoulders. And then when you inhale, lift your chest and turn to face forward again. Switch the cross of your feet. Again, pick the leg position that works best for you. It might be different on the second side. Take your right hand onto the outside of your left knee. Left hand behind you, close by your hip. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, gently twist to the left. So again, your hands are just helping to support you here. Inhale, you get a little taller. Exhale to gently twist. And relax your hips down to the ground. Choose a position for your head and neck that feels good. And as you're sitting tall, let your shoulders relax down away from your ears. Couple nice big slow breaths here. And then when you inhale, lift your chest, turn to face forward. Then extend your legs in front of you. Do a little symmetrical forward bend here. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, nice and slow, fold forward. Come up and down a couple times. So inhale, lift your chest, sit upright. Exhale, pull in your belly, slowly fold down around your low back. Inhale, lift your chest to stand back up. And then we'll stay in that forward bend next time we come down. Exhale, pull in your belly, round your low back, then round your upper back. And your arms can just hang out along by your sides. Let your head and neck relax. And your legs can be bent a little bit to stretch your low back more, or they can straighten a little bit more strongly. Pull your toes back to stretch the back of your legs more. It's up to you. Find a spot that feels good. And again, we'll stay for a couple breaths. And then nice and slow, you can take your time to sit back up again. Thank you so much for doing some dancing and moving with me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day.